Lightning. I am your master, and you are the pinnacle of my creation. Rise now, and serve me and the world. Rise now.
Hey there, people. Welcome. Today, I would like to talk about, and honestly promote, a new indie game that recently caught my attention. The game is called Voin, and it is currently available in early access on Steam. Voin is a first-person hack-and-slash action game with strong Souls-like elements. It is developed by Nikita Saziter and published by tinyBuild. If you enjoy fast-paced melee combat, dark fantasy settings, and games that reward skillful play, this is definitely one you will want to keep an eye on. At its core, Voin is all about aggressive, high-speed combat. You will be fighting through hordes of enemies, often while outnumbered. The game constantly pushes you to stay mobile, react quickly, and make smart decisions in the middle of chaotic encounters. Combat feels tight and responsive, with a strong focus on perfect dodges and parries. If you time your movements correctly, you are rewarded with openings that allow you to deal massive damage, or completely turn the tide of a fight. Mess up, however, and enemies will punish you fast. That constant risk versus reward balance is where much of the Souls-like inspiration really shines. The world of Voin is set in a dark fantasy setting. It is filled with ruined structures, hostile creatures, and an overwhelming sense that this is a broken and corrupted place that needs cleansing. As you explore, you will uncover secrets, hidden paths, and dangerous encounters. The game slowly builds its atmosphere and lore through environmental storytelling, rather than long cutscenes or heavy exposition. One thing that really stands out is the game's art style. Voin uses a unique mix of three-dimensional environments and pixelated visual effects. This gives the game a distinctive look that feels both modern and retro at the same time. The pixel effects add a lot of personality to combat visuals, spells, and enemies, while the three-dimensional world gives the environments depth and scale. It is a style that will not be for everyone, but it definitely helps Voin stand out in the crowded indie space. Now let's talk about the gameplay loop, because this is where things get especially interesting. Voin follows a structure similar to an extraction-based system. You load into a map, fight enemies, explore the area, and search for secret chests containing loot and valuable currency. The deeper you push into a run, the greater the rewards. But at the same time, the risk also increases. At any moment, things can go wrong, and failing a run can mean losing what you have gathered. Once you have collected enough loot, you can choose to extract and return to your base. This hub is located high up in the sky and acts as your safe zone. Here, you can upgrade weapons, equip trinkets, and improve your overall build before heading back out for another run. This creates a satisfying sense of progression, where each successful expedition makes you stronger and better prepared for future challenges. Speaking of builds, Voin offers a surprisingly large amount of build variety, especially for an early access title. There is a wide selection of weapons and items, each with unique effects that can significantly change how you play. You can focus on different elemental builds, such as lightning, frost, fire, or poison. Each of these playstyles feels viable in its own way. Some builds focus on raw damage, others emphasize crowd control, debuffs, or burst damage after perfect dodges. This encourages experimentation and replayability, since you are not locked into a single playstyle. The environments you explore are also large and diverse. Each area has its own theme and atmosphere. You will move through massive castles, frozen mountain regions, and sprawling underground dungeons. These locations are not just visually distinct. They also introduce new enemy types and combat challenges that force you to adapt your approach. Since the game is still in early access, it is worth noting that Voin is actively evolving. There is clear potential for additional content balance changes and further polish as development continues. Even in its current state, however, the core gameplay feels solid, fun, and addictive. And that is exactly what you want from an action-focused indie title. To wrap things up, Voin is shaping up to be a very promising indie action game. It is a great fit for fans of fast melee combat, Souls-like mechanics, and dark fantasy worlds. The game rewards skill, experimentation, and patience while offering a gameplay loop that keeps pulling you back in for just one more run. If any of this sounds interesting to you, I would definitely recommend checking out Voin on Steam, especially if you enjoy supporting indie developers during early access and watching a game grow over time. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.